My last question is, I am not sure if you got an opportunity to review our website or previous videos. So what advices would you like to give me on my part? My program has multiple subdivisions, like sub-programs. One part is dedicated to housewives. One part is dedicated to regional school students. I myself was a part of regional school students, and I know that in India they never served a quality education. Now I have been trying to conduct free counseling sessions. I had done at several places. I had distributed some gifts to just to motivate them. So what else I can do on my part to promote that good quality education there, or the advices for me and for my program?
I had an opportunity to browse through your website. It's very good. I like that it's very simple. It's straight to the point. It's not very wordy, and people can locate different pieces of information there. If I have to offer a piece of advice on your website, I'd like for it to have a little bit more, become a little bit more dynamic, such as provide some pertinent news and information, current events that people and your audience would be willing to know, because news here in the United States is not necessarily the same news that they hear in India or the Philippines or the rest part of the world. So you want to keep, a running news in your website so that people are aware, like, are there job openings? Where are great opportunities where immigrants can start applying? Or certain countries have certain number of quotas for immigration. You want to know if your country has already met the quota, or maybe you'll have to start getting in line for the next fiscal year's quota. Get your provide some tips and tricks for prospective immigrants here in the United States. What do they need to know? What do they need to prepare in terms of documentation? How to get ready for, let's say, an online job interview with a person here in the United States, and what are they looking for in terms of qualities of a professional worker or an immigrant, because you have to prove yourself that you are worth sponsoring for. Or if you're a refugee, or you're applying for refugee status or seeking asylum, you also need to be ready. You need to know the rules, the policies, the procedures. You have to wait as well. So while waiting, because the decisions does not come very quickly, it's not 1 or 2 days. Sometimes you have to wait for years. Sometimes some people wait for months. It really just depends on which country you're coming from, what status are you trying to seek, and if there are employers that are looking for and willing to hire you. Because Americans, they do not want people to move here in the United States if you have nothing to contribute to the country. So you have to be able to provide that. You need to be able to explain why. Why do you want to immigrate to the United States? Not because in search of a better life, but you also want to put into your conversation, what can you bring, what talents and skills can you bring in the United States? So those are the things that I would like to see, and I'm sure your audience would really appreciate it. And by the way, happy Diwali to everyone. So I wanted to just say that in our schools, we help, once you get here in the United States, the doors of opportunity will start opening. There are a lot of services that would help you learn English, learn how to become more employable, work on your soft skills, and really become a good worker and get in tune with how do you work here in the United States, or how do you study here in the United States. So those are available. It's all a matter of looking online, doing a Google search of what available educational services. A lot of the services are free. There are also lots of organizations and companies just like you, Mukti, that cater to helping and counseling and allowing immigrants to resettle effectively here in the United States, so that they don't, they feel like they belong, they have the support. So those are just the advice that I have, and I think you're doing a wonderful job, Mukti, helping other immigrants like you and me become more successful here in the United States.
Thank you so much for all the pieces of advices that you have shared with me, and honestly telling, you all are very wonderful. I'm gonna start working on these ideas as soon as I can.